What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, and we're returning to the 1985 album Crush. And the next track is Women 3, which is written in the Roman numeral format. I don't remember reacting to Women 1 or 2, so presumably this is a title specific to the song rather than being the third in a sequence of tunes, but yes, I don't quite know what to make of it. It is a bit cryptic to say the least. Women, sure, a clear, identifiable plural noun, but as to what 3 might represent here and why it's written in that way, I really don't know what to think, so let's give it a listen, see what I can pick up on a first hearing. This is Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. The track is Women 3, or Women the Third, maybe, and it's from the 1985 album Crush. fascinating one. So I'll try to start lyrically. Even before it seemed to be confirmed, I started to get a sense that, okay, if we're talking about this woman over time, and she's come a long way, and she's a long way from where she used to be now, and then we're talking about when the kids are all grown, she's going to start again. It's like, okay, maybe this is the third reinvention, or I suppose the second reinvention, but the third articulation of this woman. Now, again, it's in the plural, women, though it's almost like the song is saying she was three different women. She was a woman who seemingly didn't come from much. I even wondered if there was a line in there that was like, she used to walk the streets, which, okay, that can have different meanings, but maybe the implication was is that she came from a life where she, had to live by her wits and maybe her body, but then it's like she found suburban tranquility. She married somebody, she started to have kids, she has a backyard where she can have a barbecue, and she has all the comforts and the amenities and the social circles that someone in a middle class suburban life might have, someone who is a wife in that environment. But then again, it sounds like there's a line saying that, once the kids are all grown up and out of the house, maybe she's going to reinvent herself again. And there was a line, something like she's talking about her friends and promising them all sorts of things that maybe they're going to do or that she's going to do. So it sounds like we're on the transition from woman to, or the second woman in this single life trajectory, leading into the third phase, into the third woman of this particular person's life. So I don't know if I'm seeing or hearing that correctly, but yeah, it seemed to be a three-part story with some different socioeconomic levels, some different psycho-emotional dispositions, and a constant evolution of who this woman is. So yeah, do let me know if I'm hearing that incorrectly or if there's a crucial detail I missed. Sonically, it's fascinating because, okay, there's a little sax in there. I think it's a sax. It's very supportive. It's not, there's no big solo. There's no main standout riff, but just some nice little moments that accentuate the overall sonics. There was also like a little xylophone riff, as well as that sort of intense and dancing organ-style keyboard line. But overall, I would say the vibe was a bit throwback. It was like 80s sonics, but with a bit of a like late 50s, early 60s singing group type of feel. Like it had a bit of that, catchy, danceable, but still very melodic type of sound. But again, with sonics that sound more like an 80s synth group than like a 60s Motown group or something like that. So yeah, a bit of a throwback vibe, but with 80s sonics and a flavor that was catchy. I'm definitely on the more, let's say, pop end of their spectrum. Again, maybe as much as any other group, I've heard OMD very much down the experimental, abstract, off the beaten path type of sound, all the way to the very catchy, it's going to be a single and it's going to get radio play end of that spectrum. This one was maybe not at the complete end of that side of the spectrum, but definitely more in the catchy pop, it's probably going to be a single that will make an impact end of the spectrum. So yeah, a really curious one. Interested to know what people think about it. Let me know, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.